Good morning, everyone. I am Kareem Bowen, the host of United Shades of Gray Conversations of Race in America here at WSGW. We are so excited to be with you today. Today, we are coming live from our Juneteenth Freedom Parade, which is underway. I see some of our entrants coming down. I see the Grand Marshal heading our way. Actually, I can see through the trees. So we hope that you guys are enjoying this conversation, this time, this moment. For those of you who are listening, Juneteenth is a celebration when all slaves were recorded and were told that they were free. The Emancipation Proclamation by Abe Lincoln was signed January 1st, 1863, but many slaves in the South, the Confederate South, including Texas, did not know that they were free. And it wasn't until June 19th, 1865, nearly 2.5 years later, that they found that they were free. And so from that point, starting in Galveston, Texas, and now celebrated across the world is around, I should say across the nation, is Juneteenth, June 19th. And this is our commemoration. We know that on last year, President Joe Biden has signed this in to be a national holiday. So we are commemorating here in the city of Saginaw with our first Juneteenth celebration. Now, you all know that are listening, if you're listening here in Saginaw or you're listening in Chicago or New York, there are celebrations that are taking place all over the country. And so we're so excited. This is in 1776. When our nation celebrates its independence from England, all blacks were not free at that time. We were still slaves. But at this juncture, we knew that the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, later completely freeing all people in 1865. And so we're celebrating Juneteenth this year for the first time ever. So we're excited about this opportunity. Like, tag, and share this so that other people can join in this celebration. So how are things going? Are we? All right, let's do this. Okay, they're coming in. So we want you guys to come on in. The parade is underway. We hear the sirens. I can see down the corridor and see the beginning of them coming this way. So it's going to be a great time. Thank you, Carla. We appreciate you. And those of you who are listening, let's like, tag, and share this so that we can celebrate Juneteenth. This is our first celebration. It is only going to get bigger from here. Yeah, the sun is quite bright. Yeah, I'm seeing it, yeah. Thank you, Carla. We appreciate you. All right, Monique Lamar. So great. Let's share. We thank you guys for tuning in. This is our Juneteenth celebration, and we're having an amazing time. Some of you may say, hey, why are we not on KISS 107? The show that I run on WSGW is actually United Shades of Gray, Conversations of Race in America. And it is not just a show on opinions, but it's also an opportunity for us to educate. And being able to educate individuals about the history that we share, this rich history as Black Americans, with the larger audience through in our city and around the world, is a part of what we want to do. Begin these conversations so that we can really begin to get to a place that we're not, as I always say, red states and blue states. We're not black and white, but we're truly United Shades of Gray. Good to see you, Francisco Reyes, Veronica Washington. All of you are out there. Please like, tag, and share this. We would really love to really just build this audience and have it's going to be a great turnout today. Great fun. There's people lining the streets, and the parade is underway. And so just for those of you who are listening or watching or tuning in, we'll try to pull some of the individuals that are involved, if we can, to just kind of share their thoughts and sentiments about Juneteenth. There's a couple people that are immediately around me, but there's a little distance between me and them. I would have grabbed them in and just kind of asked them questions. Ma'am. 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 You mind coming ahead? We're in a live stream. It's not live on the radio. It's live stream. All right, we have one of the passers-by, one of the standers here that's on the side. How are you doing, ma'am? What's your name?
Amy Allen.
Amy Allen. Amy Allen, why don't we look this way? Don't be scared. All right, Amy Allen, why are you here today?
I'm so nervous. Don't do that.
Come on, Amy.
I get nervous.
Amy, so why was it important for you to be here today?
To celebrate Juneteenth with my children.
Okay, why don't you come over here so we can hear you? You don't have to look, exactly, just that. So you can celebrate what?
Juneteenth with my children.
Why is it important that your children know about Juneteenth?
So they can know what happened. I can't do this.
She is so funny. Thank you so much, Amy. We appreciate it. The beginning of the parade is in tow. We see it just a couple blocks down from us. It's coming up with the police escort. We're excited to do this. Let's get this going. Saginaw, I am so proud of you and everything that you've been able to do. When we think about Juneteenth, we think about the contributions of blacks in America. And there have been so many. Look up inventions by blacks. You'll be surprised that everything that functions, there's so many things that were a part of the things that we did. And so I guess necessity is often told to be the mother of invention. So since we were doing a lot of these tasks, we created things to make those tasks easier. And so today we celebrate the rich history and culture that we have brought to this nation and the part that we play in this whole thing called the United States of America. For those of you that are listening at home, the Grand Marshal for the parade is Miss Carleen Gill. She is accompanied in the leading coach, carried by horse and buggy, with the first African-American female mayor, Wilmer Ham McZee. Her son is now the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. But Carleen McGill, someone says, why is Carleen Gill the Grand Marshal? When we think about entertainment, she was an entertainer. She started a beauty salon here in the city of Saginaw, which many of the beauticians went through. But if you remember the movie, there's a movie that was made about what she did in Idlewild, Michigan in terms of the Detroit Yacht Club. She is a quintessential entertainer, and we celebrate her on today. Yeah. All right, so that was Carleen Gill, our Grand Marshal, along. Hey, how you doing? Along with former Mayor Wilmer Ham McZee and the program coordinator, Miss Renee Morris. And here we have our Miss Juneteenth queen. She's our queen for Juneteenth this year. Amazing pageant that they had on yesterday. Nearly 200 individuals that were a part of the program. They did a number of things to get that crown, including community service. They did a formal gown. They were answering questions. It was a really nice event, and she will reign for an entire year. Unlike many other queens, there's a holiday that is attached to this particular queen. And so each year she'll celebrate from Juneteenth to Juneteenth. And for those of you listening, when we say Juneteenth, it's June 19th. More contestants here from the Juneteenth pageant. Amazing pageant. All of the women were given crowns because they are all queens, princesses in the making. So we thank Renee Morris and Cassandra Garrett. There was the MC right there. Christian, come here real quick. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
Good to see you.
All right, so this is Christian Garrett. Christian had the opportunity to be the MC for last night's Juneteenth pageant, which we crowned Miss Juneteenth. Why is this celebration so important to you?
Well, first of all, it brings us all together as the black community, as well as other races coming together and celebrating such an important cause, where blacks were freed. We had the opportunity to have a voice. We had the opportunity to be involved in our community. So this brings us together.
Now, I also want to talk to you because your daughter happened to be Miss Juneteenth. She was crowned on last night. How did you feel?
Very proud as a father, especially knowing everything that came before that. Struggling a little bit, but we made it, and she prevailed. So very strong.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, great job last night. All right, so we're coming here. We have Delta College. What does that say? Delta College. Arshan Balder for Delta College trustee. Arshan Balder, there she is out there passing out cash, candy, and little small Juneteenth flags. So that was a coalition for Arshan Baldwin, who is running for trustee. And so they're trying. If you notice, the Grand Marshal, Grand Marshal and her crew were carried away in horse and buggy, and they kind of left the rest of the parade. So the parade is now coming for those people who are on foot. And as you're listening or you're looking, if you want to come out, it's not too late to get involved with what's happening. The parade will end today, of course, but tomorrow, beginning at 11:30, we will have an open air service. Yours truly, I'll be bringing the word on tomorrow at Morley Plaza at 1 p.m. We will start another round of Juneteenth festivities. And we will, there's a 3-on-3 tournament. There'll be some proclamations. We'll read the Emancipation Proclamation, the portion of that which set the slaves free. So it's going to be an exciting time. Come out and learn and participate. There'll be food trucks, and it's going to be an amazing time. And we all do understand that this is a political season. So there are a number of individuals or entries that are here. Kristen McDonald Rivette for State Senate. She is that new district that was formulated that represents this area. She now is running for that particular district. She's been working in the community in a number of capacities in the past. Great seeing you again.
Nice to see you too.
All right. So share a little bit about it. We see that you're running for that state Senate seat. Why don't you just share? We're here live on WSGW, a number of platforms.
Hi, Kristen McDonald Rivet running for the state senate. This is a beautiful morning and a beautiful celebration. We're having a great time. As you can see, we've got a bunch of volunteers out celebrating with the community. So happy to be
why
here.
Why are you running for this particular?
You know,
Senate
I'm running because we really need somebody that is going to bring leadership, stand up for Saginaw, stand up for Saginaw families, show up in the community, celebrate, hold each other when there's problems, when there's crisis. Get in the community and talk with folks and really be present here.
Awesome. So thank you so very much.
Right,
Enjoy your time. All right. Bye-bye. Hey, there we have our president of the NAACP. Why don't you come over and speak with us really quick? Terry Pruitt, the president of the NAACP. He is here. Terry, why is this so important? You are the president of the NAACP. Why is this celebration so important?
Well, obviously it's about our heritage, it's about freedom, and it's where we are in this country right now. I mean, I think bringing the community together, understand that there was 2 years of history that some people are suggesting that we not even tell young people about. But the slaves were freed, and Texas was one of those harbor states that allowed slavery to continue. So all of this is important. I think I'm really pleased with the diversity and the unity that I'm seeing today as we celebrate Juneteenth in our community.
Thank you so very much. All right, so there you have it. We have also Yancey's Landscaping. They're in this parade, and this is really a celebration. When I think about the Saginaw community, I think about so many entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs that are springing up, and Yancey's is one of those. He's been in business. They're doing an amazing job with lawn care. So it's important that we celebrate, that we patronize, and really work with this, because if we're going to be a great nation, we're only great when all of us are great. So we're only as strong as our weakest link. So we celebrate diversity and inclusion. So some of those classic cars that are out here that we have come to know and love. South. Yep. So the parade route started down at SVRC Marketplace, just beyond there, and it continues all the way down past City Hall to Hoyt Park would be the conclusion of the matter for the parade. Transforming Life Church Ministries. Hey, how you doing? Pastor Brown, can we grab you for a second? Pastor, Doctor, one of the two? All right, Pastor Brown, one of those gentlemen that love the community here. Pastor Brown, you and your church are here today. Why is this an important moment for you on today?
Because it represents what our people actually found out, those who didn't know they were free yet. And it's very important that we continue this so that our younger generation would understand our history. It's part of our history.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I don't want you to get too far behind your crew. Thank you very much, Mr. Brown, Transforming Life Ministries. And the crazy thing about it, you would think that if the president says that you're free, that's usually what happens. There's a declaration saying that you're free, that all people would be free. But it was nearly 2.5 years later, not till 1865, that those slaves in the South that were on those crops, many of the slave owners did not want to miss out on the harvest and the free labor. So they did not tell the slaves that they were free, nor did they set them free. And as I said earlier, it wasn't until General Gordon came into town carrying the Edict of the Emancipation Proclamation and reading aloud to the slaves and all of those who were hearing, declaring whereby they were now free. All right. All right, how you doing, Mr. Alex Clark?
I'm doing great.
All right, so you're running for the Board of Trustees.
Yes, for the Saginaw County seat.
Okay, is there anything you'd like to share with our WSGW listeners?
If elected in November, I'm hoping to increase public transportation from all of our communities into the Delta College campuses, make it more affordable and easier for students to be able to attend college there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. It was
All
nice
right,
meeting you.
You too. And so Janie Lamar, she is running for that circuit judge seat, which is going to be open. Janae, that's right, Janae Lamar, absolutely. Very active as a young individual here in the community with New Alternatives Community Center, working with her mom from a very early child. She's worked in family court. Now she's running for that circuit judge seat, which would be responsible for the cases that take place in family court. So many issues that are going on. And as Juneteenth is a celebration of our history, it is also a celebration that we have to begin to get involved in key things, legislation, because your vote makes a difference. All right, so we are rounding about the ending of this parade. Like I said, this is year number 1. This is a freedom stroll. So exciting to have everyone here that is here on today. Janae Lamar, once again, she has some other individuals in here. Juneteenth freedom. All right, we're gonna get Miss Janae Lamar. Janae, can we grab you for a second? We didn't see you out here, but Janae, you are out here running for circuit judge.
I am.
why are you taking on such a tremendous task as the first African American female to do such a thing?
I'm taking this on because I'm for families and I'm for justice. I have deep roots in the Saginaw community. Saginaw finally has the chance to elect a judge that understands the community, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the people.
This is awesome. Now, this particular seat is going to, what will it oversee?
For the first 2 years, family matters, so divorce, custody, and support. I practice in those areas. I worked in child welfare, and what distinguishes me from other candidates is that I've worked directly with families, and so I've helped families overcome issues of unemployment, housing, domestic violence, mental health, and all of those things. And so I've touched it, I've seen it, and I've helped people, and that's what sets me apart.
What I love about it is she is some new blood, young blood coming into the city of Saginaw. Thank you so much, Janae Lamar. We greatly appreciate it. All right, so we want to thank you. This is the conclusion of the parade. We see that the police are coming. This was a great demonstration of community and unity, a celebration of life and liberty and freedom. What I would like to say is I would love for those of you who are listening today to please take the opportunity to get involved with what's taking place tomorrow. We're going to have a COVID service, not necessarily a COVID service, but we're looking at, some people are afraid to come indoors. So we're having an open air service on tomorrow, beginning at 11:30. I'll be there, yours truly. Those of you who know me, I'm also a pastor. We'll be bringing the word. They'll be singing and celebrating. At 1 p.m., there will be a continuation of the Juneteenth celebration. Tomorrow is Father's Day. We are celebrating fathers tomorrow at Morley Plaza, beginning at 1 p.m. There is a 3-on-3 tournament, a number of teams, 20-some teams that are a part of that 3-on-3 tournament. We've got proclamations from the governor and the state, and so many people will be there on tomorrow. Civic officials, leaders. We're going to actually read the Emancipation Proclamation, which set the slaves free, and spend some time understanding it historically what this means. There'll be stories of history and what it meant and how people celebrate it. Many of you don't realize it, but there's something called a watch night service that many African-American churches and some non-African-American churches celebrate. On New Year's Eve, we all get together, we sit in, we go to church, and we pray until the new season comes in. That tradition was started with the anticipation of those slaves, knowing that the president was preparing to sign the Emancipation Proclamation, and so they waited all night in churches and praying, anticipating his announcement on the January 1st, 1863. And so that's where we get some of these things. So tomorrow we're going to talk historically what it means. We're going to have a celebration. There'll be music and dancing and celebrating. So we want you to be a part of this. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast as we have brought the Juneteenth Freedom Parade to you, whether you're listening on WSGW or KISS 107.1, or you're catching this in the stream. We certainly thank you for tuning in. And as usual, tune in to United Shades of Gray, Conversations of Race in America. We air at 7 p.m. on Sundays on 100.5 FM and 790 AM as a simulcast. In addition to that, we are now in Joliet, Illinois, in the Chicago market. So we're excited about this opportunity to be here and to be a part of what's happening across the country. Also, those of you who are listening to WSGW get an opportunity this coming Thursday from 9 to 11. I'll be sitting in with the master. Art will not be in. I'll be sitting in for him during 9 and 11 on Thursday. So tune in, get involved with the conversation. Hopefully you've enjoyed this broadcast. We thank you for your time and your attention. God bless you all. Grace and peace.